Hi guys, I hope you have a nice day, and I'm glad you're here with me. Today I will tell you my opinion about the virtual reality game, The Tale of Onogoro that I played, all the pros and cons of this game. Let's go! Developers Samata KK were behind WinoWare's more divisive titles in Last Labyrinth, a puzzle game that you were confined to a wheelchair, relying on Katia to push you around, and Onogoro has a cleverly reversed that roles must help Haru, who has been shackled to a large medical stone. Now developers want to create one of the first heavy story-driven action-adventure anime games for Wear consoles. In this game, you control an unnamed deity who just got summoned to the titular island of Onogoro by a maiden called Haru, a girl who got beaten up by the game's main villain, who got rid of some of her limbs and tied her up to a magic stone, rendering her defenseless against the sheer amount of kami now scattered throughout the island. The titular Onogoro is an island floating in the sky of an alternate Japan, where magic is real and steam-powered mechanics litter the landscape. It's a gorgeous game, and it's very clear that a lot of time and effort went into making sure the visuals match the mythos of this mysterious world. You team up with said waifu to clean the island of all the evil. The traditional anime-esque plot, complete with an insane amount of dialogue and filler. What you would expect from run-of-the-million shonen. In order for Haru to move more than a foot from this magical builder, you must wield the celestial weapons. These are ornate pistol-style devices that project a tractor beam you can use to move the stone and Haru around. The Tale of Onogoro is plastered with cutscenes and dialogue sections, and sadly that is not of its strange points. I'd go as far as to say what you will spend more time stuck in a boring expression-heavy dialogue section than the actual game itself, as most of its levels are quite short and easy to complete. Haru tells you how she's feeling, tells you what the area ahead represents, tells about her history, and that out of island. She often repeats herself and is never given even the slight visual aid. She stands in front of you, hoping to build life into the game's environment and characters by waving her arms around woodenly and speaking very slowly. It's disastrous for the pacing of the game and fails in its attempt to make you up for dearth of atmosphere in relentless visuals. As a result, you're left staring into Haru's lifeless eyes as she delivers a lifeless story about the lifeless world. The sound effects too are pretty basic and fail to add any weight or atmosphere to proceedings. Still, the music albeit predicts traditional panpipes and partition is charming. Levels are comprised of simply puzzles where you need to use spiritual guns to collect magical energy and shoot in specific targets. Some portal-inspired sections as well as the occasional combat section, which will always be pretty simple. The game shines the brightest when you're fighting humongous bosses, but those are few and far between. The incensed kami are massive and each more spectacular than the last. Almost all of the game puzzles start by moving the quelling stone with Haru board to a glowing blue ring somewhere in the level. She'll then press a button to begin a sequence of events that must be solved to advance to the next area. The puzzles are generally pretty simple. Obviously, they are elemental in nature, but many simple boil down to shoot the green body with green magic. As you progress throughout this campaign, new elements and obstacles get in your way, forcing you to think outside the box, of which puzzle gets more and more complex. The smaller enemies you face, called Kenzoku, may be stationary or patrol on the ground or the air, and if they see you or Haru will fire a slow-moving blaster or swing weapons to you and shoot either if you take too many hits. You'll have to find cover and hold your hands to replenish your life. You also can't travel too far away from Haru, and you'll know if you do as your world begins to digitally degrade and bleak fills your vision. There are 5 stages to get through, each broken into smaller puzzles, with each puzzle having 3-star system as well as 2 hidden orbs to find, and to get mixed points you need to beat each stage in the fastest time and find both those orbs. Puzzles can be obtuse as new mechanics might not be explained properly, forcing a lot of trial of error tastings, which I don't mind, but when I wasn't aware of how a specific ability could be used or works, it led to some frustration. The save system only allows you to start at the last puzzle, so if I did spend a lot of time on a puzzle and had to quit, I had to restart, and while I knew the solution, up the point, some of the puzzles are quite large and involve physics and item moving that just take a lot of time. As a matter of fact, the animation and feel of moving Haru around the environment are possibly the Tale of Onogoro biggest success. There is an excellent sense of weight and inertia, and the way Haru jumps onto the stone and hangs on for dear life as soon as you latch onto it gives you a lot of character. You control your character around with pretty traditional dual-stick FPS controls, complete with smooth movement and camera controls. By no means revolutionary, a bit glitchy, but far from terrible. I appreciate the smoke walking, movement, camera control, shooting mechanics, and simple puzzle solving. Comfort options are available, allowing for full locomotion or click turning, teleport, and optional blenders, ensuring anyone should feel comfortable playing this. By far and away, the biggest problem with the Tale of Onogoro is the price. At $30 US, it's priced near the top and far acquainted game, and it falls a long way short of offering much value for the cost. But the frustration and issues I mentioned have me thinking it should be $5 or $10 US cheaper, as to not chase away casual players. You'll clock in about 5 hours of play and what feels like 50 hours listening to Haru. The Tales of Onogoro dice have time targets and optional objectives to encourage replay, something of which I'm usually a huge fan. But they do not provide enough motivation to replay a game that offers solitaire satisfactions the first time around. On the other hand, I have to comment this game's overall presentation. The Tales of Onogoro throws into believable anime world. Haru in particular is superbly well animated. The voice acting is a mixed bag, it all depends on the language you choose. The voice acting isn't bad if you play it in Japanese, but English is a corruption of voice acting which affect the game pacing. There is a lot in the Tale of Onogoro that deserves praise, from its impressive presentation to its overall ambition format, trying to be more cinematic and story-focused action-adventure game in a brand new gaming medium. For as much as I think that the Tale of Onogoro is typically groundbreaking and ambitious for a real game, its never-ending cutscenes and uninteresting plot severely hinders pacing, where the puzzles, challenging or creativity, this may have mitigated the damage, but they are rarely better than average in both regards. In the end, Onogoro is so overburdened with spoken exposition that it completely destroys any goodwill a player may have towards its better elements. When I wasn't frustrated or annoyed by some of Haru's ramblings, I really enjoyed the unique puzzle design and its combination of steampunk technology, magic, and physics. Puzzle lovers will pull a lot out of this, as the later half of the game offers significant challenge but can also be frustrating. As such, I recommend this to puzzle junkies as the ones here and unique and rewarding. For more casual players, the frustration and excessive dialogue may chase many away before they can see all the Onogoro has to offer. If you love rare puzzles, I recommend this for the asking price, but if you are worried about the problems I mentioned, maybe hold off for sale. That's all. Thanks for listening to the end. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like. I would really appreciate it. And also subscribe to my channel, and it will motivate me to take more videos for you. Write and ask any question that I will answer in the comments below this video. Bye bye, and I love you all.